Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing fine. So, this particular video is about a review of resources. It is something that has been causing a lot of issues for students. Many students are still unclear how to attempt this particular part of your individual report, and Cambridge has been putting more and more emphasis on this. Now, first, let me make something very clear that review of resources is a very common practice in the academic circles. This is not just something that is related to global perspectives. It is a common practice, and in what it really is that the authority to which you are submitting your work, they are asking you to reflect upon the work that you have submitted and the resources that you have used in the submission of that work, and highlight the positives and in some cases even the negatives of those resources. Now, usually, a student uses somewhere between 12 to 20 resources in the construction of an individual report for Cambridge Global Perspective 0457/2069. But for review of resources, we have to select just four. We can select five, but if even four is more than enough, and the word count doesn't allow us to be too careless with this. Now, I have created this small review of resources, or I'm going to use this small review of resources to actually make sure that students understand the point. All right. So this is the review of resources of a report regarding animal abuse. Now, this is the first resource that he is or the student is reviewing. He says that I used the information from Eurostat.com to prove that animal abuse was a global issue. So he is telling you what he has used the resource for. With the help of this website, I was able to firmly establish that animal testing is carried out on a large scale, particularly in Europe, and back that up with accurate and reliable numbers presenting a precise argument. So this he's just telling you that why this particular resource was important for his work. Then comes the next review, which is PETA, or Public for Ethical or People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, is an animal liberation organization which operates globally and is aware of the issues and benefits of animal testing, mainly operating to liberate animals of the cruelty they face. I received a crucial global perspective from this organization, which was reliable as PETA operates globally and regularly deals with this issue. Though I did sense a strong sense of bias in their perspective, meaning it not be 100% reliable. It may not be 100% reliable. This is good. All right. This is what they are basically asking you to do. So he has basically said that while PETA is a very good resource, they did sound biased to him. Get my point? So these are the things that Cambridge is basically asking you to identify among your resources. I also relied on reports from World Organization for Animal Health and the World Health Organization to broaden the global perspective of the issue. These sources helped contextualize animal abuse beyond regional boundaries by highlighting international standards, regulatory gaps, and ethical concerns related to animal welfare. Their publications are well researched and regularly updated, which increased the credibility of my argument and ensured the information used was both authoritative and relevant. So this last part is very important, that he said that not only are they doing their research well, they're also updating it regularly. Finally, he says that furthermore, information from animal welfare organizations such as RSPCA and Humane Society International was reviewed to incorporate ethical and advocacy-based perspectives. These organizations publish detailed reports, case studies, and statistical summaries that shed light on real-world instances of animal abuse and ongoing efforts to combat it. Using these resources helped balance statistical data and practical examples, making the argument more comprehensive. If you see that he first introduces what the resource is, and then in the last two lines, he basically reviews that resource, that what are the positive and negatives of this particular resource. If you do something like this, then you're more than likely to get full or near to full marks in this particular part of your IR. I hope that this made this very clear. Some of the queries that students ask, that or some of the issues that students are facing, is that their review of resource is very general. It's basically not pointed towards any particular resource. This is why students are losing a lot of marks. So make sure that you don't do that. You do it just like this. Uh, Furthermore, make sure that choose you try to choose the most relevant resources. Okay, that's also very important. Lastly, I would like to say that don't just paint a rosy picture that, oh, the resources I have used are great and amazing. If you see some shortcomings of the resources that you are using, make sure that you mention them. Cambridge is asking you to reflect. The any authority that you submitted to is asking you to reflect, not just be biased. So if some report is biased, you just call it out for that. If some report is outdated, you call it out for that. If some report is not uh, presenting the complete picture, you call it out for that. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. I hope that clarified things. Thank you.